YouTube, we are back with another Galaxy S25 Ultra video. This is a long-term, update on this device here. And I'm gonna tell you like this, contrary to what everyone was saying in the initial release around this device about it being, not much different than the S24 Ultra and so on. Real rap, this is the best S Ultra device I've used to date. This is one of Samsung's, best delivered glass sandwich smartphones in a while. And not to say that the other ones haven't been great, but this one, it's like the apex. Again, these phones in this style have plateaued. So I don't expect anything further from this style phone or the iPhone other than refinements at this point until they get innovative. And I don't know what that looks like at this point. Now, the S25 Ultra as a package, as a totality of what it is, it's so good. As you guys can see, even from this angle, looking at the screen off, axis, you see the anti-reflective property of the panel. I love it. I love the weight. I love the combination of this color. This is a Samsung.com exclusive color with the titanium siding in the exact same color. Just the overall package of this smartphone, along with the battery life, along with the One UI 7 delivery. The One UI is being gatekept to the S25 Ultra for quite a long period of time. I think it's starting to roll out now on older devices, but wow, Samsung. Again, not much from a physical change separating this from the previous models, but only technology snobs are worried about that. For those of you who are coming from older devices and you're wondering if the S25 Ultra is a go, I can tell you right now, this phone is an absolute W. Yes, you can jump into this device from older S20 Ultras, S10 Ultras, S21, S22. This is an upgrade. Unfortunately, physically, the changes are very minimal, but they are good changes. So as far as the design, we now have the rounded corners, which equal a more comfortable palmability and hold. And this is confirmed after months of use that this does improve the comfort of this device. It's lighter, so it's a much easier, tall, large form factor phone to carry on a daily. The build quality is there, as you guys can see. Like, I've been rocking this thing, doing this thing. Now I have been in and out of a case, but as you guys can see right now in its caseless glory, this thing still looks immaculate. And the type of case that I use is not a big, bulky, super protective case. I tend to use these super thin, aramid, these are literally just scratch resistance, somewhat of a drop resistance. But if you build out your ecosystem, if you choose to, like I have the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic here, the best Galaxy Watch. The Ultra is cool. The Ultra, is packing a lot of things, but this is my more favorable smartwatch from Samsung until they do the next version of the Classic. Literally, I've been using this thing so much. I've honestly used this more than I've used my iPhone. And if you guys know me, you guys know my preference and what I typically, lean a little bit more into is the Apple ecosystem, as I'm heavy into the ecosystem, number one, but two, for communicating with family members and so forth, and a lot of close friends of mine, this is the device that's being used for that. So you end up using it, or typically I would in the past use it more than my Android devices because I'm always, communicating with close ones and loved ones. But that narrative has changed completely with the S25 Ultra, for real, and with the Z Fold 6. It was the Z Fold 6 first, and then when this came out, this became my just go-to device of everyday usage. I love consuming media on here. This is my TikTok go-to device. This is my IG, X Reels, whatever. Anything I'm trying to consume from a media standpoint, social media standpoint, is being done on this device. Now, I know people are gonna ask me, what's your theme and your setup? This is a Nova launcher as my launcher. And then the theme is from the Crayon Icon Pack. Wallpaper comes from there, as well as the icons and the way that they are. Hold on, wait, let me swipe up and show you guys. So all of this is the Crayon Icon Pack, as well as the background. Now this is a KGWT custom widget. And what's the name of it? I don't know if you guys can see, but it's called Dusk. Okay, so you get this Dusk KWGT. I was saying it wrong. And you get the KWGT Pro and then you're able to get this widget right here. So if you guys like that widget and want that one in specifically, and honestly, let me show you guys something. That pack has so many other great widgets inside of it. So if I scroll through a lot of really cool widgets, you can really customize your device with all of these widgets in here. So I just wanted to drop that for you guys. I get asked about my theme and my layout all of the time. So I'm gonna start including it in the videos when I cover the S25 Ultra. But let's get into the S25 Ultra. The screen, anti-reflective, is one of the best things going on this style smartphone to date. Absolutely love it. It makes viewing your device even better. Whether you are looking at, videos outside or indoors, whatever, I have a lot of lights in here. So there's a big light right here, and you can see that the anti-reflective property on this panel really works. It works extremely well. Actually, let me just show you guys. Look at the difference. Boom. Leaning heavily into using this device more over my iPhone in favor of the better screen and the better anti-reflective property. You got a really bright peak nits on this device in comparison. It's just a lot of things that's making this phone like etch out all of the other devices in the Americas as, phone of the year. Until, we still got the Z Fold 7 coming. Moving forward, the speakers on this device got a significant bump and improvement this year, and this is leading to a happier media consumption and just overall usage. Wait for the bass. Wait for the bass on this one. Hold on. We almost there. Woo! And even when I did the comparison in speaker quality to the iPhone, if you guys haven't seen that video, you should check it out. I picked these speakers. They had better clarity. These speakers are just like some of the best right now. I'm gonna get into battery life really quick, and then we're gonna jump into cameras, because cameras this year are shining in a way for me personally, because I criticize Samsung cameras every year, but this is the first year where I can really give them their flowers. Now, battery life. It's the same 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but a new Snapdragon 8 Gen Elite, chip. At the end of the day, structured, more efficient, a just phenomenal battery. Now, if you don't go for the higher screen quality, which a lot of people don't even notice, when you first get this device, Samsung has the screen defaulted to a lower resolution than what you're paying for, right? We obviously are getting a 1440p screen on here, but if you do not go in here and enable Quad HD Plus, you will be on Full HD Plus, but there's an up-res AI thing that makes it look really good. So I'm not even gonna lie, you can do Full HD Plus, get better battery life, and the screen looks just great. But a part of me, being who I am and I'm knowing what tech is in here, I have to shift it to the Quad HD Plus and apply that. But the battery life is really, really good. Even in those dire moments, in those last 15%, last 10%, it just kicks in full on efficiency. Let's get this person through. And it just slows down its drain in those last hours, man. And I just can't explain or understand it other than it's really, really good battery life and really, really good optimization and efficiency in the most needed hours, those most needed last percentages. So that really, really just stood out and checked a lot of positive things for me with the S25 Ultra these months in, this long term of usage. I use this thing absolutely every single day. Now let me talk about the shining star, baby. This isn't the shining star, but for me this year, it's a year that I can celebrate the cameras on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Number one reason being, skin tones are finally usable. Boy, oh boy. So let me go ahead and just open up the camera right here. I'm gonna give you guys some footage inside studio, and then we're gonna jump outside. So right here is the front facing camera. This is in a well lit, studio situation. I have not turned on pro video mode, which is where I really get the shining, moments of Samsung cameras, but I just wanted to use it in its raw you know, hey, how everyone will. They're just gonna open it and press record, and this is what you can expect. Now let me show you the difference if you go into Pro Video. Also, I have my ND filter case in, so when I go outside, I can show you guys like some really phenomenal video footage out of this camera. Okay, so right here, you guys can see I have my Pro Video. I have certain things locked. I'm gonna hit record, and right here is my Pro Video mode. Really quick, just adjust some settings, lock things in place, and this is the results that I'm getting. Now, we do not have the log video recording on the front facing camera. That's my only gripe. That's the one thing I gotta get you, Samsung. I gotta get you on. Please bring it, because Apple has it, and you guys are competing with Apple. So bring log to the front facing camera. And this chapter right here, it's not closed, but mwah. All right, let me take you guys outside. Let me put the ND filters on and show you guys how this camera actually shines. Okay, so right now I have my ND filter. I'm shooting in log. We got the infamous Cement 3s on and the Watch 6 Classic right here for some visuals. This is the rear facing camera. I'm shooting in 8K24. As you see that focus switch right there, boom. You know, we got the watch face. If you guys know, videos on the channel to teach you guys how to do that. Boom, focus switch. All right, so now I'm showing you guys rear facing camera with a visual person, log, and again, my skin tones are represented well this year. Now, when we use log and Pro Video, we kind of negate like the just natural improvements that we've received as far as skin tones go to a degree, because I have a lot more control. With log, I have to grade it and add in the color, but there is just a base, you know, color grade that's added with the natural, you know, Samsung LUT that you can do in camera, and then there'll be the one that I can do in my video editing software as well. Okay, so I want to give you guys an example of why ND filters matter. Now I'm at an ND 16, I'm in direct light, and I'm overexposed, so I need to up it. This is the ND 16. I'm going to switch to the ND 32, and I'm going to show you guys the difference. Okay, so now I'm at an ND 32, and I'm still +1 stop overexposed, which means I need to go to my ND 64. Got to bring out the big dogs. The light is bright today. Okay, so now after adding the ND 64, which is my darkest level of shade, I'm at the proper exposure. So I'm going to flip it on me so you guys can see. Now this is why ND filters matter. This is why camera quality, having a Pro Video mode built in. Shout out to Samsung because they was the first to do it. Apple. And then having tools like this, if you want, you know, to get higher quality visuals and images and, you know, everything out of your device, you can do this. I typically every year would do like a dedicated video teaching you guys how to do this and how to do the settings and how to figure them out. If you guys want that video again this year, hit the comment section down below and let me know. That way I know that it's worth me creating it. But outside of that, I just wanted to show you guys the quality of the S25 Ultra camera, the quality of log video, the quality of having ND filters, and just cameras. All right, so as you guys can see, huge improvement from Samsung in the camera department. I am happy about skin tones. I'm happy about log video footage, and I'm happy at the results in those regards. And the photos look a lot better now that skin tones are better for people with my skin tone. So W from Samsung in that regard. Now let's get into the platform and the usability and the user experience in this device. That's what really makes this phone sing. As I told you guys about some of the features that I pointed out, like when I talk about how great this display is, along with the great speakers and how that yields an ideal user experience when you're consuming media on social media and just doing all of that stuff. So visual audibles, immaculate. Now, when you move into the battery life, I told you guys, great, especially in the fourth quarter. It's clutch, right? Now, the chip in here, the One UI 7, the collectiveness. Now, I'm not using One UI for clarity. So for me, the Snapdragon Elite chip, right? Along with, you know, the Adreno, the collective, right? The everything together is the user experience that I want to speak about. And that's what I've been loving. Everyone came out just dinging this phone because of it being only a refinement year. Well, we give grace to the iPhones every year, and we say it's just the way Apple is. Some people complain about Apple not changing their design, which we're not even gonna talk about that iPhone 17 visual look. Oh my, really, Tim? Anyways, upcoming video on that. You guys, I'm honest, man. I don't care. You guys know I'm honest. Listen, okay, reel it in, CJ. Yeah, the collective in this device, number one, the looks. This thing looks good. Yes, it was just a refinement. Not much change, except for, you know, the flat edge, rounded corners, which I appreciate that. The cameras improved from a software perspective, as well as the ultra wide got higher megapixel counts, which helps that camera. The screen got a slight improvement and a slightly more minimal bezel, which it doesn't look like it on this device because I have the darker, you know, metal tones on the edge. But, you know, again, refinements are okay. Refinements for efficiency and better battery life are wonderful. It adds to the user experience. Refinements in body shaping for comfort and ergonomics and weight reduction are great refinements that equal a better user experience, in my opinion. I'm not a technology snob. I'm not sitting here allowing myself to be jaded because I touch and use so many devices and I get bored. Yes, this era of smartphone is plateaued, which for some people is boring, but they're allowing that to ruin their reviews, their takes, and their services for you guys who just want a device that serves their needs and works well. Great battery, great panel of display, and great speakers, great overall user experience, great fluidity, great efficiency, just great overall usage. And that's the simplest way to put it. All this doing all this extensive, trying to run Geekbench numbers and all that, it doesn't tell the full story. It's when you use this thing and you put your apps on it and you get data and you get, you know, build up over time. How does this perform over time? That's why I do these long-term reviews. Multiple months in, and this thing is still kicking like it did in the beginning. And that's a great tell sign of what to expect going forward. All of the AI stuff, I could care less. Most of these AI features in these devices, I'm not personally the target market for that. I don't see AI software features being the selling point or the improvement or the upgrade reason over the prior year. I look at the physicality, the chip performance, the efficiency, the battery life, the speakers, the visuals, the cameras, the things that everyone's gonna use typically on a usual basis. Now, the AI features are a plus if you find usefulness in them. For me, I find little to no usefulness in them. I mean, Gemini and Google and their AI assistants have always been ahead of Apple in the competition. So, I mean, you know, what am I'm just getting what I expect, and that Samsung is piggybacking heavily off of because, yeah, Bixby, no one talks about Bixby anymore. No one likes Siri, but everyone loves Google. So shout out to Google and their assistant. And literally, that right there should tell you the true story without it being overly complicated and with it being straight to the point about the Galaxy S25 Ultra. If you're in the market for this, if you want to grab this, this is a go. If you're looking to upgrade, and again, you may not be coming from last year's model, that's perfectly fine. I've seen people come from the S24 Ultra and speak positively about the S25 Ultra, but still, the economy, keep your pockets right, player. If you gotta wait, finally you can do 2 years, wait 2 years and not feel rushed to upgrade year after year, and that's a wonderful thing. You're coming from the S23, S22, S21, S20, S10, yo, get in. And then if you wanna wait off and keep your pockets right, I understand. No pressure. This device is pressure though. Peace.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Work with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just